Hey y'all, I'm sure you've heard by now that Ashes of Creation will be launching into early access on Steam a little later this week. And I'm also sure you've heard all the hand wringing over this. Content creators, fans, haters, average players all saying the same thing, that this is a huge risk for Intrepid. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. In fact, at this point in the game's development, there's really only one risky thing left for them to do. But we'll get to that in a minute. First, I want to play a little guessing game with you. I'm going to guess that you, random YouTube watcher, have at least 5 friends playing old, failed MMOs right now. It's certainly possible that you live in a cave and have no friends, in which case I'm wrong and I'm going to have to come to terms with that. But if you've got a nice group of MMO friends, I'm betting many of them are playing MMOs that launched to huge numbers, quickly started bleeding players, then went free to play, and then have been barely chugging along ever since. Seeing nice little boosts of players and income when they release new content, but very little other than that. Star Wars The Old Republic, Elder Scrolls Online, Lord of the Rings Online, Rift, EverQuest 2, free servers for Dark Age of Camelot and Warhammer Online and Ultima Online, just to name a few of the places that your friends are currently waiting around for the next big MMO. Am I right? I know that I personally have several friends that fit this description. And of course, there are a lot of MMO players out there right now playing World of Warcraft Classic, Final Fantasy XIV, or old school RuneScape. But most of them are also just waiting around for the next big thing. They just happen to be doing it in a more classy environment. The bourgeoisie of the MMO player base. Being a member of the white trash wing of the MMO player base myself, I've been killing time in Lord of the Rings Online. New World had, 2 or 3 beta weekends in the months leading up to its launch? And the warts were evident then. They were called out by every major YouTuber then. Every game reviewer then. No mounts, no swimming, no mob diversity, an almost complete lack of an endgame. That stupid key system for doing dungeons. All of it existed in those beta weekends, and all of it was talked about ad nauseum. But guess what? On launch day, millions still bought the game and tried to make it their new MMO. If New World had been an awesome game on that day, hell, if New World had been what it is right now, way back then, it wouldn't be canceled right now. Because it was released 2 years too early, just like every MMO that you've played since World of Warcraft going back 20 freaking years ago. So yeah, Ashes is going to launch on Steam in a few days, and based on what we've seen over the past year, there's a pretty high likelihood that it will get review bombed and lose a big portion of the player base that comes to check it out on day one. But here's the thing. It won't matter one tiny little bit. I've been screaming from the mountaintops on this YouTube channel for years now that Ashes has one big advantage that none of those other MMOs had. They don't have a publisher. They don't have someone that's going to force them to release the game 2 years too early because they need to start recouping their investment. The only risky thing Intrepid could do at this point is full release this game before it's ready, before it's complete, before it's awesome. Here's the thing. MMO fans are going to flock to this game at launch because it's a full AAA MMO launch. They always flock to those games, and those games are always incomplete garbage that gets fixed later, but not before the game fails and goes free to play with lots of lovely pay to win and microtransactions. All Ashes has to do is be awesome on launch day, be complete on launch day, and have a functioning endgame on launch day. Whether you already own a copy of Ashes, you plan on picking it up on Steam here soon, or you've already decided to just wait until official launch, you're an MMO player. You're gonna play this freaking game. And if it's awesome on that day, reviews from 2025 won't matter. You'll make it your MMO and happily pay your sub fee to be able to keep logging in every day, defending your settlement, helping to siege a castle, delving into the depths of the Befallen Forge, or testing out the practically infinite builds that this game's class system will allow. For myself, I'm going to be there on early access launch with many, many thousands of others, and I'll play this version of the game until it's no longer fun for me anymore, and then I'll wait for the next version. I'm fine dealing with these incomplete versions of the game as we test it and try to make it better, as long as it's awesome on launch. And whether you know it or not, you are too.